Good afternoon, everybody. Today is Monday the 7th of June 2021. I kept this screensaver on because it's kind of given me the vibes that I'm about to talk about. I'm about to talk about the book I'm writing, and it kind of gives me space travel vibes. Look, beam me up, Scotty, spaceship vibes. I think that's really cute. I can't believe it's the one we've, landed on. That's pretty funny. Alright, my name is Donna Hawthorne, as you'd know from you watching my channel. If you've been watching my channel, thank you. Please give me a like, subscribe and share. That would be amazing. If you have done so, thank you so much. At the moment, I am writing a novel called Starseed Origins. Now, for those of you that don't know who Starseeds are, they are our alien races, our alien neighbours, all those different starseeds within the world, okay? And there is not a documented, one source that's a documented guide as to the existing Starseed Origins that are out there. So I took it upon myself, just for the love of sharing knowledge with people, to do this. And from my knowledge and my searching, so I've come across, these are all the different resources. So the book's going to be called Starseed Origins. This is copyright by me, obviously, written by me. It's illustrated by a lovely lady in Texas called Madison Diva. She is also a tarot reader, and she's an amazing illustration artist. The resources I've used. Now, this one in particular, Alien Races, the book by Dante Santori, he actually gave me a lot of my information, which I'm very grateful for. So from him, and also Paleon, who's another one on Piperon, this one, Piperon, the Starseed Races, gave me about 130 different species, okay? So there was already 130 documented species. So I then took it upon myself. I have been using light language activations and astral traveling and channeling from my Starseed self meter. I was obviously a Starseed in my former life. Her name was Andromeda from Lemuria. They called her Meter, and she's still with me in my life today, helping me out, helping me channel, helping me travel and write this book. She's a transitioning guide for me. I've also had the god Thoth, who is an Egyptian god of writing, pop in and assist me with this as well. So lots of help along this journey as well. What I have found, especially from Mr. Dante Santori's Alien Races book, is that all in all, there is 2,500 Starseed races. 2,500. With the discoveries I made through astral travel and channeling, I added about 51 to the 130 already documented species, okay? So there are 2,500. We've discovered 181, 2,319 left. That means there are 2,319 races that are not known of. It is crazy. I obviously won't be documenting them in my lifetime. If they do, I'll write another book. But, yeah. That is knowledge that blew my mind. There is still a lot of exploring and still a lot of documenting to be done. And hopefully my book will provide knowledge and information for our future races in order to provide, knowledge on different type of life that's out there. So we all begin, they go into the races now, we all begin from the founders, okay? So etheric means, so we've got the origins here, we've got where they're from here, subheadings. Etheric means they're from the time before the beginning of time, okay? They were the beginning. Etheric means the beginning. So we start with the founder race. We all came from the founder race. They are the beginning of where everybody came from, all the races within the galaxy came from. They also had hand-in-hand help from the ancient race. So the ancients and the founders created life within the galaxy and the universe. We then have the unknown, because I could not find any information from where they're from. We have ones, starseeds that are in orbit. And we have those from a parallel universe. Now, I want to talk about these two in particular. When it comes to starseeds, there are three sides you can be on. You can be bad, alpha draconian. You can be good, We don't really have any title for good. Maybe it's the human race. I'm not sure. So Alpha Draconian versus human, good and bad. And then there's the neutral side as well. So you only fit into one of the three categories, good, bad, or neutral. The Corins were the parent race of the Alpha Draconians. They are the parent race of the reptilian race. Fun fact there. And then the felines are the parent race of the human race. And the felines we have a bit even more information about. They stem from the Egyptian gods Sekhmet and Bastet. So we can go back and include them as a starseed race as well, but I didn't want to get too out of hand, so I just put it as a subnote for them. So that's just true little fun facts there. Now I want to cover some of the fun races that I actually found, because there are some. There's the Crystal Fae, which is the gatekeepers of the crystals. There are the Fae, beautiful fairies. They're in the parallel universe. Octorians, Mantis, Nephilim giants. These are beautiful sleeping giants that blend naturally into Earth's natural landscapes, but they are sleeping until awoken by the galactic force, the galactic center. There are so many. I'll go through some interesting ones. Elves, this is an interesting story. They're on Earth, mostly known around Germany. They're actually not as elves. They appear as elves, but we call them elves, but they're actually called Alina. And they like to trick and scare humans, and they like to trick them out of their cars or vehicles so they can steal their belongings. It makes me laugh. Shadow Men. Now, this is the Galactic Center. So, the Galactic Center was created by the universe, or by the founders, to be a watch over the universe, to sort of govern the universe in a sense. And they have the Great Attractors who run the Galactic Center. They also have a lot of different subspecies that help provide assistance for the Galactic Center. They have the Lycatons, who are defenders and warriors. They have the Blue Avians, which are head of security for them. And then they also have the Council of Five. So the Council of Five, who actually work in the Galactic Center hand in hand to help protect the human race, but also govern the control of the universe as well. Very interesting information that I've come up with, okay? And then we get down into the constellations themselves. So we've got Andromeda, Antilla, Apis. Apusians are really, they're so funny. They are so strong and so wise, and their main mission in life is to conquer and defeat the Draconians. And I actually had a disagreement, or not a disagreement, just some shared knowledge with the Starseed group on Starseed Origins group on Facebook. Go check it out if you don't know it. I got a lot of knowledge from there. And there was actually a Starseed descent from an Alpha Draconian human being who had descended from the Alpha Draconian line. And he's like, I know the Apusians. They no way can take down the Alpha Draconian race. And another fun fact about the Dracos that he told me was that they have no... they don't have control of their emotions. They don't have empathy or compassion. That's why they are the way they are. Fun fact there. Aquarian, Ara, Erisian, Aquila. There are so many. I cannot go through them all, but I just wanted to show you what I've been doing and share some fun little ones with you. I think Gemini have the funnest races, because they found marshmallow people there and fairies there. They're just so fun. And we have a nice even mix of good and bad within our scope. So within the 181 that are known. Cassiopeia, Earth is obviously in Cassiopeia, and we have quite a few neighbors. We have Magels. They are they're dinosaur-looking creatures that do not interact with humans. We have the Geisen. This is really interesting, this one. This comes from Dante's book. He thinks the guys and people are actually a controlled group of people who are controlled by the reptilian race and the governments within the world. And he puts them as a starseed race because they are controlled and they are here to do bad, I think, but a lot is still unknown. But I had to add it because it's already known, documented fact. So I'm not sure if I believe it 100%, but that's apparently not my findings, so I'll still put it in there. Bit interesting. Dorsey, are these the bad ones? There's some, yes, they eat aliens and humans. They really scared me. I didn't like them. And they're in Cassiopeia, which is near Earth. I don't like that. Evie is really beautiful. She's a beautiful goddess-like being. Bigfoot. Yes, Bigfoot. Originally from Maldek, which is destroyed, so now they're here on Earth, and they have no agenda. They're just roaming around, and they got put here because they had nowhere to go from their home planet. Atlantean, Lemurian. Agarthan is the mixed race from the fall of Atlantis and Lemuria. So, good story there is that with the fall of Lemuria and Atlantis, it plunged the human species back to a 3D way of thinking because we were at a 5D at the time of Lemuria and Atlantis, and by them seeking, it plunged humankind into 3D dimension, and now we have to work our way from the 3D back to the 5D. So this is the path that we're on now, and the Agarthan race they live in inner Earth, and they're the survivors of that race. Then we've got Centaurus, Cephas, Cetus. Martians. Martians want to give us they're here to teach us a lesson. They are part of to blame as why the Lemurian and Atlantis worlds are now in the water. They are at fault. They had a galactic war with us because they wanted to take over in power, but they've learned the lesson, and now they want to actually help us learn so we don't destroy our own planet, because they have actually destroyed their own planet, and they have rebuilt it, but the gas emissions and the atmosphere is so bad that they still can't live on their own home planet because it's still destroyed, so they're waiting for that to settle before they can actually return to their home planet. So they wanted to learn by example. There are so many interesting stories and species, and I can't get through them all because I don't want to give all my information away. I just wanted to let you guys know what I've been doing. It is so fascinating. It's so interesting. It is actually in the illustration phase. It's really exciting. Oh, here's the fun ones of Gemini. What have we got? We've got tall whites. We have Castorians, neutral side, Poloxians. These are the fun ones. Look, play is their agenda. They appeared as jelly bean-like marshmallow beings, and there was also etherical fairies taking flight. Fairies can live in different dimensions and different planets. Playfulness and fun was their world, and they definitely were having fun. Nothing was taken seriously. How beautiful is that? Grusian, El Manuk, Hercules and Holologram, Gigantics, Hydra. There are so many and so many interesting stories. The book will be available by September. Where's the Lionessa? I love the Lionessa. Lioness from the Leo star system. They're warriors. They help defend the galactic center. And they're a predominant feline race. They are the galactic center's best kept secret against the reptilian armies. They have the ability to be invisible to the naked eye and can creep up on any opponent. They are fierce warriors in battle and will defend the galaxy for the good. I love the Lionesses. There are so many good stories. Make sure you grab it. It's called the Starseed Origins, written by myself, and it will be illustrated by Madison. She's bringing it to life with beautiful watercolor natural paintings. I'm just so excited to see this come to life, and hopefully it can be used for future races and future knowledge. So yeah, that's a little bit of a rundown of what I've been doing for the last couple of weeks. Do have to write some more notes and finalize some stuff, but we are getting there, and the hard part's done. The research is done, 181 known star seeds. that is where we're at. Hope you enjoyed this video. Check back in with me for more progress.